This has been great. I'd like to thank Vinay Kamath, the editor of the Khaleej Time, and the rest of my friends over at the newspaper. I want to thank our speakers and our sponsors. And stay tuned. In February, we continue with a live conference together with the Khaleej Times in Dubai. For now, to wrap us up, I'd like to ask my colleague Poonam Chawla, head of KT Engage Events and Conferences, to close up today's broadcast. Poonam?
Thank you, Yaqub. Dear ladies and gentlemen, finally we draw down the curtain on this fabulous initiative of Khaleej Times and Jerusalem Post. Thanks to the efforts all around, we have been able to generate a fantastic conversation. I would like to extend our warmest thanks to all our speakers and panelists who made this possible. The Abraham Accords, signed in September 2020, was an important moment for the Middle East. The agreement saw an Arab nation normalizing relations with Israel for the first time since 1994. The UAE-Israel Peace and Prosperity Roundtable did a deep dive and explored the contours of new paradigm in the Middle East. Not only has the agreement created a new political discourse, it has also laid the foundations for a strong economic bridge between the two countries. It will create an unprecedented force multiplier, something that will tap the immense potential of the region. The roundtable conversations have flagged some of the key sectors that stand to gain immediately. The financial services sector will be pivotal in deepening the economic ties between Israel and the UAE. The banking accords already signed will allow entities to work together to promote relationships with corporations and financial institutions in Israel and the UAE. It will also drive innovation in two of the Gulf's most advanced financial centers. As pointed by His Excellency Mr. Hamad Bouamim, President and the CEO of Dubai Chamber, the bilateral agreement will benefit both the public and the private sector across the Middle East region by opening the door for a cross-border business collaborations. The agreement is part of a broader engagement between the UAE and the Israel to further peace, dialogue and stability, and at the same time promote sustainable development by identifying synergies. Similarly, the tech sector has been identified as an important investment destination. Agreements are being linked to enable knowledge sharing, talent development, and greater innovation between the two of the future-centric countries in the world. His Excellency Dr. Thani Al-Zayudi has drawn our attention to how a deepening economic relationship between the two countries will stimulate the regional trade. The UAE-Israel Peace and Prosperity Roundtable sets the stage to an on-ground event in Dubai, UAE. This list will discuss a longer list of potentially lucrative, mutually beneficial business opportunities in trade, including vaccines, automotive, banking, and much more. We at Khaleej Times are honored to have been the opportunity to play the role of a catalyst. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today, and we look forward to your presence in February 2021. Thank you.